my goodness, jelly babes, how absolutely stunning and breathtaking does this look. I just love it. It's so gorgeous and really easy to achieve as well. And I was able to achieve this by following the technique from BabygirlNails for encapsulating things into polygel using dual forms, and this is the design that I have created. I kind of peeled a unicorn. It's unicorn skin. So yeah, so this was the first design that I did using the encapsulating method. I can leave a link to this if you want to check that out also. And I'm going to be using the fabulous Stella again. Details of where you can get this practice silicone hand from will be in the description box below, and you can use my discount code as well. But you know, these practice hands, you can get quite a few of them now. They are fantastic for practicing this type of technique if you're not quite comfortable using polygel yet. So you want to be using this, I'm just using this BeautyBigBang, it's called a slip solution, but basically it's isopropyl alcohol. That's what you can use. I still didn't find the brush, to be honest. I didn't really look because this was just on my desk. But this is the sort of dual-ended brush that you're going to use alongside the polygels. So I'm just going to get the nail ready now. So obviously you would file it and push the cuticles back and buff it and cleanse it before you get to this step. And I'm going to be using the Dehydrater. You want to make sure obviously you don't get this on your skin, and leave that to air dry. Then I'm coming in with Kiki London's primer, which is just great for adding that extra tacky layer and getting your nail all nice and smooth, ready for your base coat. So all that again, that just needs to air dry, and this is the Kiki London base coat that I'm going to be using. So you want to apply a nice layer like so, and make sure that you seal that free edge, and then you're going to need to go and pop this into your lamp and cure it for 30 seconds if you're using an LED lamp, and 2 minutes if you're using a UV lamp. Okay, so now you want to size up your dual form. I'm using size 4 again, just because this one, it kind of fits it, but it's just a little bit too big. So basically, when you're measuring it up, you want it to sit nicely and fit from sidewall to sidewall, but it was just that little bit too big around the cuticle area. So what you can do, if that is the case, because sometimes, you know, nail sizes, they come in all sorts. Some have got wider nails, some have got really thin nails, and sometimes you just haven't got that in-between form, which can be a little bit irritating. But if you've got like, I mean, I'm using an e-file just for quickness sake. You can basically just like file it off, go nice and slow, and just file and round that edge off, just to take some of the thickness out of it. You could obviously do this with a normal file, like a normal acrylic file. It will just take you obviously that little bit longer than doing it with an e-file. As you can see there, I'm just like thinning it out and smoothing it out. And then you can see here now that it just fits that much nicer around the cuticle edge. It's not like sticking out or sticking into it. So I thought I would put that in just in case that's something that can be helpful to you. So I want to thank the absolutely awesome Natasha Lee, as she has got me this absolutely gorgeous necklace. It came totally as a surprise. I wasn't expecting it at all. And it had this gorgeous like paper in it with the packaging, which is obviously what I'm using to encapsulate. But yeah, but I absolutely love this necklace, and she's so lovely and sweet. I mean, wasn't expecting this at all. It was like enough for her to send me all of her products on her shop, but to send me this extra gift as well as a thank you for, like, you know, my work showcasing her products. It just blew me away. I was really touched by that, so thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. And she's given me perfect product to test out and create a gorgeous nail design, which as soon as I saw this paper, I was like, I've got to work that into a nail design, and doing it with this technique is really, really going to help. So just like catching up now, basically I am making this really thin, and I'm just using the isopropyl alcohol to thin out the polygel. And basically you want your brush to be damp. You don't want it to be too wet because it will break down the product too much. But basically you can see here that you can just push it and you want it going all up in the side wall of the polygel, and you want it really nice and thin at the cuticle area because that is the most awkward part to file, as opposed to filing the free edge. So when it gets a little bit sticky and a little bit tacky, you need to add some more of the isopropyl alcohol, and make sure you wipe off the excess, and that's going to help making sure that you don't get any air bubbles and things like that. So that's what I did there. And then with this, I'm just literally cutting off little snips. I have got enough of this stuff to create unicorn skin nails until I'm in like my 90s. So yeah, so I'm just cutting off little shards. I totally remember when this type of nail thing became like a trend and everybody was like rushing to the craft stores to get some type of angel paper to create, I think it was like a broken glass look that they did with this. So basically, like, you want to place these strips that you have cut off. I haven't cured this polygel yet, obviously, because I need to add these things to encapsulate them first. So just add the little shards of paper where you want them. Obviously, I'm applying this with a clear polygel because obviously I want to see the paper shine through. But you could even, like, once you've like encapsulated it the other side, like sandwiched this in, you could add like a colour underneath it if you want different colours of this angel paper to like shine through. But just how gorgeous is that when the light hits it? Then I thought I'd add some more. I was getting a little bit carried away with it all. So these are little holographic strips, which again are gorgeous, and this is a great way to use these as well. Far less fiddlier doing it this way, and a much smoother finish, and obviously it's going to last that little bit longer because it's encapsulated in a product. So obviously you want to move it off the cuticle edge. I'm trying not to like push it down too much because I don't want to affect the polygel underneath from moving. So I'm just going to cut off and add, so I added like 3 more strips, as you can see here. So now you would go ahead and cure that. So I cured that in my lamp on the low heat mode setting. And then I'm coming in with Pandora from Magpie Beauty, which is like a gorgeous unicorn. Is it a unicorn? I might have got that wrong, but anyway, it's some sort of like chrome powder which has got that flash of red, which I just wanted to add that little bit of extra things just to make it super, super pretty. So there you go, that's how it looks. And then you obviously want to like sandwich this in now, so I'm adding some more of the polygel. I haven't top coated that chrome powder in, by the way. You can see here I don't need to. It does stay on because I've like rubbed and burnished it in really, really well. So again, you just want to make sure this is nice and thin. It's worth it in the long run because it will mean that you've got minimal filing to do if you take care and do all these steps properly. And obviously again, making sure that it's the thinnest at the cuticle area and a bit thicker at the free edge. So there you go. So you can see that this is really easy and really simple to do. The flower was my first time, genuinely my first time doing it. I didn't practice it or anything. I just got the products out and went with it. And this is the second time. And yeah, I'm just in love with this technique. I'm going to be experimenting to see what I can and can't encapsulate using this method. So you want to make sure it's nice, pressed down because you've cured that first layer. None of this moves around. So if you do get any excess polygel slip out, just remove it with your brush before you cure it. Give the jewel form some pressure, give it a tight squeeze, and then it will just sort of pop off like so. And then you're left with this gorgeous little creation. It's almost like unicorn glass because you've put it over a clear base. I'm just in love with it, and I really hope the prettiness of this design is coming across on camera. So I've just snipped off that, obviously that excess bit that I didn't need, and then I'm going to be using my Divine by Natasha Lee file. I'm absolutely loving using her products. They really are fantastic. And, you know, because this is white as well, you're not going to get any nasty black gritty bits sticking into your nail. So very, very minimal filing. And because the cuticle was nice and thin and shaped properly, I don't need to file around the cuticle either. I didn't even buff the top of this. I just literally shaped the nail, as you can see here. And then I clean that off, and then I'm coming in with a thin layer of top coat. I'm using my Kiki London top coat. Yeah, nice thin layer, seal that free edge. Obviously avoid any contact with your skin and remove it if you do before you pop it into your lamp to cure it. So then once it's cured, you just want to get your isopropyl alcohol and wipe off that tacky layer, wipe off the underside as well. And that is your nail done. So I really hope that you love this as much as me and you're excited about this product and really want to give this technique a go. I would love to see your recreation, so please tag me in on Instagram at Gelulicious and I'll do my best to share it on my story mode. But yeah, let's get excited about this. Share it with your friends, you know, share it on Instagram, you know, get it trending if possible. I know it's a big ask. I've never had anything trended before, but it'd be awesome if I could. But thank you so much for watching. Please press that free subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I always love to read your comments. And thank you for watching. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye.